Ah, shit. I forgot to put my face on. There we go. There we go. It's all fixed now. For the most part, it's fixed. Yep, it is fixed. You bring up chat. Oh, we forgot to connect our controller to... Yeah, I've been having sleeping issues as of late. Can't stay down for more than a couple hours until I sleep again, and then just really bad broken sleep. Thoughts and shit just keep rushing through my head. It is. That was all valid reason. I bid you welcome into our camp, but what brings you all the way to Hawassa? I thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Zoctoral Railroad. You too have noted the Renek's unexpected change in behavior, then. My son Shepetto has been looking into this matter. Shepetto? Normally we expect the Renek to keep to their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet. Despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of grazing in Pariana and Yaltane. Yet they refuse to keep where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we will follow. Any true Hetzerian would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I am of Hetzerian descent. My parents traveled with the Ronek as well, though I myself have no experience. I was left behind as a babe. You see, during such a migration, one of many sacrifices necessitated by nomadic lifestyle I am forced to assume. chance encounter with a kind Pelu merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stall keeper in Toledo's markets, and this is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace for some time when Welcomette came to join us. Like me, she said she'd been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her the sad suffering. As just Tiny Child's brother, I swore I would always be there for her. Surely I had never heard of Renek choosing the path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Mr. willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might be better make excuses for their actions has never much appealed to me. But if they had a good reason, wouldn't you want to know? Even if it might help you better understand our next current behavior. As it so often is the case, you are correct. And my discomfort with the hysteromy arises from fear of reopening wounds rather than blind fervor for innovation. You would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. I refuse to learn from one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor dancer indeed. Please teach me other neck and what they mean to you. Haven't we done enough culture exploring already? I'll just listen with an open mind. Indians are welcome to look around. Cool. We get to do all the busy work while he gets the lore. Will you learn their culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my sister share, but it would be useful to know whether I am up to doing it correctly. Bro, your fucking sister doesn't do it correctly. The writers have to hand it to her. Yeah, so you'll learn more of their Nook, and we'll have to look around the plains, and perhaps in the process we'll find the answers we seek. This way to learn about our way of life is to do what we do. I hope you're not a manual labor. I'm not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Introduce yourself to everyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let's meet back here later to share what we... As you stroke the Renault's coat, you note the many portions of its shaggy and tangled. This fur is a bit overgrown, but it's good brushing. And if you'd like to give it a try, you'll need the right tools for the job. Mine type you're used to. Lost in the tangle. Shapetta sent a Rorik brush with you, did he? I like him now. Just run it through the one little patch, just tell him gently. You beautifully brushed up. Well done. With less success for our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat. And less susceptible to illness. A combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries should they need. I'm afraid I finished my task for the time being, but since you're learning about our way, why don't you tell you a bit about our Grecian custom? If you're here, you're likely new about how the Ronek are our Astro, our guides that we travel with through turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile land as a whole. We need to survive. You may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Astro must also part with half of our number. You may think it's strange and a stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Pestero. Dude, you fucking follow bison ass. Get it. This won't do, the wind will go right through and me without my needle and sinew. Well, these are precisely what I need. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack on some of our tents, there's bound to be occasional tear. Fortunately for the neck hide, it is out of its odor. Hurry. Cool. I'm learning about your bison. And while I'm learning about your bison, why don't you just tell me what I need to know so we can stop them from going to the fucking train tracks? You're learning about the Astero way of life, are you? Against my better will and judgment, yes. I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Our Astero provided us with something that we use in medicine. Qualities and soap drive my past. Our fires one. Dung again. Sounds like there's a story there that is indeed the correct answer. Have we cultured the culture enough? Can we get on with it? You smell of the grass and wind, which is a good thing. I promise you could nearly be mistaken for one of us, or at least an adventurous Shatona. there he is now. Apology for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronek and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and there at my companion's inclination. Horses back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share? Let's go with the first option. Yes, I feel the truth is myself. While I was hesitant to leave my fate to the whims of the Hestro rather than the Redman maybe has, I arrived where I was meant to be all the same. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Renek as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. Dude, the buffalo is not going to make up for your neglectful parents or your trauma. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our personal concerns. We are here to service of the people of Total, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping find deeper meaning in what we've done today, and I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hesto are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Valcona. You're welcome among our herd anytime. One appears to look apart from his Ronak companion. Oh no, how did it go? I believe I understand the significance of the Hesto. And there's the Hester as they grow provide warmth and companionship in the harsh and independent world. They are the equal of any man, not beast to be tamed. Moreover, Renek are sensitive, though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts to seek lands where they might thrive. Naturally, we would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wandered off too close to the tracks is out of the question. It is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the Nook's once favored grazing grounds. And we were told the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronek. Even the birds and field mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of catter, whatever, but they look like be passing through in a hurry. Clearly that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquake, landslides, and the Henshaw would have surely put the two and two together were the case geological. I measured the area's ether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruptions, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east moving across the plain, albeit slowly. A large animal, perhaps. And a powerful one. Like, it's not a predator given the local fauna's behavior. Is it a bunny? It could be a Turahesno. A what? Or no creator in the comment on our people have several names for such creatures, things that steel Hester at the night is there. Renault can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Testro. Their scales are tough as adamant and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds fear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home, and it's packed both. In any case, I believe the source of the next concentration is clear as our next drive the Reaver away. And here comes the trial. Never fear, we will make certain that the beast threatens you no more. I was playing a spot and
Hetsu is coming this way! It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety!
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronek.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
Make haste. We must protect the Ronek.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, we're right behind you.
There they are.
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
They're soothed.
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers. The Ronek are to rally too. None shall be left behind.
Oh, hey, look, they're coming right at us.
There must be something up ahead. Come! There!
These are no match for the likes of us.
In a panic was clearly an understatement. More are coming!
You're mine.
All or nothing then. It seems that did the trick.
Good. Can the stupid bison go now?
For the fodder at least. But where's... Look there! We've got a big one coming!
impenetrable scales, and wicked fangs. That's a Ronak Reaver, and no mistake.
There! That one there! Not so fast! Even should it cost me my life. I will save the headsaw!
Kona, are you all right?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
There. You've nothing to fear.
Right. Let's finish the job.
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer! You'll find the vow of reason is not without resolve.
Damn it! Not even a scratch!
Buy me some time to think, will you? It must have a weakness, and I will find it.
The weakness, as Goku would say, is hitting it really fucking hard.
Keep it busy. I need time.
You're one of my favorites, it's Kona. I'm standing by you.
Right. Go for the legs.
If I don't, will it kill you? Asking for a friend.
Just have to keep it pinned. Get thinking, Kona!
A protective current of ether. But whence does it flow?
From its balls! Ether is stored in the balls!
I've got it!
Mm-hmm.
One well-placed piercing round to the chest, and... You're done for!
Badass!
That stemmed the flow of protective ether.
There's nothing stopping us now!
Less talky, more hitty with an axe.
Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me.
We must disperse that ether ere the Reaver recovers it!
This is going to hurt.
Oh, shut up. Cry more, princess.
Right on the mark! We did it. The Etso, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mehua Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats, but the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Vow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetso.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty. ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Or the train.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one, and it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozenihetta, a camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Where Kona's parents were. Hey Kona, we found your daddy!
That's where the Pelu Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature.
Oh god, this is so fucking... okay. And that's when they tragically died, Kona.
So distracted, I heard one cry. Save our son! Save the Hetzo! After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran. And as the sun broke, Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu Pelu would. And one day, even a done servant himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe.
Another sad story. That's okay, Kona. We'll put you on the shelf of sad stories next to Aaronvel and Kryl.
I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am done, servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Oh, that's so sweet. And kinda gay. Anything you're staying by me is on 0 and 9. Let's return. That was. Oh no. Okay, so we're building a train. When we build the train this time, can we leave out the really oddly placed fucking musical number? Feel pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it. So the Ronak, we're avoiding a predator. Smart one. Rona. Velcona is not too bad himself. What with the whistle idea? Sit tight. We'll have this train on tracks before you know it. Sit tight. Close to sitting loose. God, I wish I had a soundboard with Thomas the Tank Engine theme playing right now. Do 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 do.
Whoa! She looks as good as new.
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the Ronek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tuliolal. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly. Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel, and we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through her paces.
Alrighty. Through all our effort and everything, we don't get to ride the train. Like to ride the train.
There's a Ronek up ahead.
Now, to test our whistle.
on it. Just point it in the general direction and...
It's moving away. Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
A roaring success! In a quiet way, like. Then with your permission, Vow of Reason, the Shaktaral Railroad is back in service.
Hey, cool. They fixed the train. Now all of autism will be happy. As for our own work, I trust you to handle matters in Alexandria. Yeah, yes. Oh no, won't you please replace her and come with us? I think you'd be better suited. You have the brain capacity. It's possible that Shale made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread the word the railroad's been restored to the service. Shale, what do you have her working on? Balolja's mother. I feel the same in issues, have felt the same. Some questions are painful. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kashio we met may have only been a simulacrum, but her memory was real. I needn't search for what she left behind because she left it with me, and I will carry it always. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Kashia? What? No. It's merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it was a good souvenir as any. Very safe for what it's worth. I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Yes, well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time, see if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much change though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. Let's get this over with. Well, maybe we can wrap up the child storyline at least. That would be simple yet elegant solution, and thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, Shale has nearly finished processing data. She will be able to share her findings with us. The better, kitty! I'm interrupting something, I gather. No, you're just in time. Well, you're Stola. What brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate and the Sky Deep Sea Note for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. Well, there I thought I would do well to have company and an expert on electro. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we've finished here. Lest you fear, I've forgotten once I've made headway with living memory. You'll be the next subject of my scrutiny. Why does everybody want my key and not me? Out of spite, I should throw this key off a cliff.
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit. But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Taishulja herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
Yes, please.
All right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
Several cutscenes will now play in sequence. Please have enough time. Okay.
My name is Taishulja, and I decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose. Mother? Officially I am, was, a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuliolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran. And in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path. A path that changed my life.
He might still be a test tube, baby!
When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within, and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja? I admired him, his incontestable strength, his unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions.
He was a sore loser. And a bitch.
I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him.
Did you know he was a genocidal maniac? Or does that just turn you lizard people on?
His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire.
I'm your fire, Aquafina.
Today. It should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long. I hold a future in my arms. If you could see him, embrace him. Surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Oh! Hello, depression.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
Hmm?
No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! Get it away from me. Get that thing away from me!
Ow.
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Kaniloka's shouting for me. The research hasn't been going well. But I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
That's all of them.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamarchi. Father and mother, they were both so lonely. If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try.
Oh.
I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
Better to know, a profound response for one so young. Though I wish it didn't have to be Gulajah is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the needs of dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shell. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Gulajah. You remember one thing, remember that. Now then, having shared what and at present I am ready to head to living memory when you are. I'm planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the said. I promise we won't remain over long. I know we all have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. A word before you leave. Our network is already spreading word of the railroad. We expect people would be clamoring to get on it first, train back. Yet their actions have been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? When we spoke before, you said many from Tulio are eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about getting through Vanguard, or so we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start it. Okay. I could just talk to the ether, right? Run. May still be people gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first.
The people look uneasy. Did something happen?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right. And a veteran at that.
But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zaraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation. But it's only gotten worse.
You took away immortality to a degree, or at least peaceful passings. You thought people were just going to go back to normal after opening Pandora's box of emotions to Electric Boogaloo. They now know what death, loss, and mourning and grieving is. And you thought they would just go back to being happy. You're an idiot. I want to slap you. I wish that was a fucking option.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
What? You did.
What?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do!
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever. You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria. Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed?
Oh
This
no.
is no way to live. Not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do.
But with living memories shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution.
Oh boy.
All of us shall be made endless. I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells. This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received Neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not? And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all. Those will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
But only 5,000 of us?
You Victral! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
Why talk? We could beat her ass in front of her people again. They can experience the pain of loss again, and then maybe the second time actually learn how to process it and cope. We can be double war criminals! When they caught the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about Neo-regulators was received with clarity. Couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed with the Meso terminal shut down. A single Alexander to bear witness, presented with an identical figure queen, their beloved queen. There's no surprise that they would choose the life. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. It is as if their memories have been erased. Given the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely to work for the regulators, but by whose design? Someone smart enough to play at being Queen of Reason in that guise, even some suspect deception. Most of Alexandria will not. We need to find out who she really is. I agree wholeheartedly. We should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes her next move. Meanwhile, in living memory,
Where am I? My people? Are they safe? Why am I?
fear death, the people turn to corn. Wow. Alright, let's go consult the website. Because I want to know what we have access to do. So yes. Alrighty. So realistically we only have the Beast Tribe to do, and that's the Papella side quest. Let's go do this. And then we'll do an expert and do some PvP. Travel, teleport. Where's the Beast Tribe start at? To Google. Dawn Trail Beast Tribe location. I thought it'd be here, but Fantasy 14 location, Dawn Trail Beast Tribe. Okay. I don't think it's here. I think I'm being set wild. Jeez. On Batman. Locations in Toliel 13.6.12.9. Got it. I did. It tried to send me to Sea of Clouds for fucking wild. Maybe meeting with her won't be so easy after all. Now it should be somewhere though. Whoa, Ray the Adventurer. Mighty warrior traveling Linkland breath of the crawl, taking sight, sounds, and smells, even those within the otherworldly domes. savvy haggler who helped the third promise acquire a saddle worth of 10 pel and 1,000 columns despite starting with a mere 100. My inner abacus is clacking away. You're I've been looking for the missing piece of my brand new enterprise, that is. Yeah, and what is that, little Timmy? I got a little carried away. I'm just so happy to finally meet you. I'm literally a merchant. Until recently, my business was bedclothes, all woven from the finest alpaca wool. My dear friend Malvo told me all about you. I hear you gave her the nudge she needed to embark upon her journey as a peddler. I can begin to thank you enough. But I'll get straight to the point. I have a proposal for you today, Ray. How would you like to become a special advisor for a trailblazing tourism venture? I call it Tutorial Travel Agency, the TTA. Of course, you'll be compensated for your time. You'll also be the first in line for all kinds of treats and trinkets, not to mention a wealth of exciting experiences. You don't have to answer right away, but if any of this has aroused your interest, please come to visit me in Okohano. We can go over the finer details there. I'll be waiting for you along with the rest of my associates. Okay. Now we go. Waiting. Wasn't it just raining and... Oh, there you go. Thank you for coming. Okay, here goes. Okay, they welcome to Kazumauka. There you go. You've mastered the Hana greeting, but I wouldn't expect anything less from someone so well-traveled. Allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Lippy, the founder of the Turtle Travel Agency. And my brother Yubel and Hana Associates will be happy to explain the ins and outs of our budding enterprise. You were there for the Ascension ceremony. God damn it. Non-servant Welcomette spoke of growing love of her people, the more she got to know them better, of how she wanted us to live with joy in our hearts and smiles on our faces. Bro, I just want your political leader to be out of my face for like 5 fucking seconds. All those words certainly left their mark. The capital's residents are eager to learn about their fellow Toriel, who in turn yearn to foster and understand. You see it too, don't you? An unmistakable business opportunity. Well, that's precisely where the travel agency comes from. We'll answer that budgeting demand. Our goal is to help revitalize this community as it attempts to build after the Great Storm. Oh. Unable. Which is when you helped us to relive each other's company, and a better way to do support this prison. So, are they going to be like the mouthpiece for each other beast tribe we meet? Force towards managing new territory. But who better to room for and Core of our business is providing accommodations and guided tours for the local area as we speak. Wakabu is putting his shipwright skills to use, setting up construction base of operations at Dock Poga. Food stuff, souvenirs. We're building a fucking travel agency. Still, there's a few things I'm worried about. The guided tours, for example. Visitors will journey here after making a reservation at our office. Tolio, and we'll have to guarantee their safety every step of the way. After all, we can't expect our customers to handle themselves like you can. That leads us neatly back to my proposition. How about it? Can we count on your help as a special advisor where the travel agency finds its feet? Consider yourselves advised. Especially. Look, I don't ask for much. You don't talk about Waklamet unless you absolutely have to, and I will gladly help you. Oh boy, we're doing the pitch meeting already. Minari, just say the word. I am as keen to to hear your thoughts. Let's get this over with. Go revisit first. I'm glad you're here. I almost couldn't bear the wait. Right, let me explain my concept for the tour. First and foremost, I see this as a chance for our customers to understand Bihanu. It would be better to learn than right here among our reed fields. After all, reeds are the very heart of our culture. Just cast your gaze across these lush fields. You see this what defines it. That's enough about my thoughts. What do you think? I should like to believe this is a place who's not for. I can also appreciate, but. Tours should absolutely involve the Reeds. As Ray suggests, I think visitors will want to learn about other aspects of Unknown culture too. Perhaps giving them a tour of the local settlements will serve as a worthy introduction to your traditions. Yes, I think the plan is coming along nicely. To summarize, if we begin by guiding guests around the villages, they'll see how the Reeds are so tightly interwoven with culture. That way they'll appreciate the precious resource growing in our paddies all the more. I'm so excited about showing the visitors our fields. I hadn't considered that they might like to learn about the normal everyday lives of we Hanu too. I appreciate the suggestion. Consider also having a range of handicrafts on offer for visitors that might purchase if some inclined, perhaps a mix of practical household items and more esoteric trinkets, charms, and the like. Alright, let's head and breathe between Nexali and as proposed for walking toward the river. Alright. Go Rabbit Mobile. My attention was whisked away by the endless waters of the already know the big tongue in our language. Careful, you might find yourself slurped up and taken off by the current. You know, I bet sightings into the language like that would prove to be a hit with them. Glad you think so, but I'm still unsure of my plan. The idea is to guide the guests along the river, explain the language and local history as I go, but is that really enough entertainment? Oh, how about working on a spot for fishing too? Whatever form the tour takes, I want to be our guest league. I'm sure the blue as I hammer out that he. A magical spelunking tour in which visitors can marvel at the natural beauty of the world beneath our feet. Spelunking! That is a tourist activity, but... Oh, this ain't so bad. Wait, if he wanted to spelunk... Oh, there he is. There you are. I was starting to feel lonesome waiting for you to arrive. Let's get straight to it, shall we? Eve Kikatola is the source of many miracle and medical ingredients for generation and held sacred site of healing. I'm sure visitors will be enamored with the cave's natural beauty, but the route here from the village is so long and arduous. The area is rather dark. I fear it might not be suitable reward for the challenge of simply getting here. And with that, we've heard all three proposals from our guys. I'm sure you're tired after all of the traipsing around. Let's get back to the shall we? To the Bunmobile too. Alright, to answer much your time, but you helped address the guys' worries and brought some excellent suggestions to the table. While we were out, a question I've been pondering in my mind: what exactly is it that we were selling with it to rural travel agent? It's not as simple as peddling produce or providing a service. If we're unsure, we'll have a hard time enticing customers. Longest time I couldn't pinpoint the answer, but hearing this proposal made it crystal clear. We're in the business of ephemeral experience. It is our responsibility to curate every moment of the visitor's stay to ensure they leave with wonderful memories that last a lifetime. That way our customers will be sure to fall in love with the Cosm of Ka and its people. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. I can practically hear the inner advocates clacking away. Why we hold fast to our principles? Well, that's nothing. That's his home when I promote our president. After all. Mm-hmm. Away. Blueprints have been found. The materials are to hand. One nice countdown. Opening the satisfied customer. On a pillow and extraordinary. So wonderful to have you on board. Let's work together and make this a stunning success. What do you say we get this thing built? These tribes now accessible. Oh, I'm sorry. Civilized society now accessible. Astronauts for travel is complete. Lepu and our associates have their eyes on establishing Kazuko as a top tourist destination. Yet a host of challenges remain, blah blah blah. That is going to be our problem to solve, and we can only do 3 of them a day. You have learned the emote Hokali. Hello, proponent. Well, let's go deal with it. Trying to do busy work for items. But back in this load is far too heavy for me still, I can't. Oh fun, it's one of those quests. Well, which way am I supposed to go? Am I going across the bridge? Okay, where do I need to go? Preventative measures. Where am I taking this packet? Burden of beasts. I know there was a fate discovered nearby where you made a wide fucking berth. How did I fail? Fuck you know what? We're gonna do the other quest. Fuck you, man. I don't even know how I failed. Did I briskly jog too hard? Hey. All that's left is the quest we failed. And I still don't know how we failed when we didn't get hit by anything. But we failed. Done. Now we turn in all these quests. Alright, onward. Let's do an expert and get. We'll jump. Been a pretty chill run so far. We must slay our own kind to protect the realm for the greater good. Hope y'all are ready for Slinkies! Slinky. And there we go. Get a couple PvP matches in. All it for the stream. Guess I can show off my state house while we wait for. So, this is my lovely abode. As you can tell, I have a favorite holiday. Not much, but it's my house. This is my girlfriend's place. Show that. This is the exterior. It is very bright and very pretty. It is also very moving. He's done a couple changes. The Loports are new. Hello. She did all this. She did all this on this floor. And the bottom floor was a work of both of ours. They made the kitchen. Dual beds. Bath. Laundry. The The toilet plant. Up here is my room. No, no, my bunny. He went into the chair. This is where I keep all my cake. This is the crystal woman that I keep in my crown. Got her from Bosja. My outfit stand. I fill out my paperwork. Mainly this is where I get all the complaints for my FC, and I have to address them because Jeff's machinations keep terrorizing Brazil. Guess I'll show off the FC house while I'm eating. This is interior of the FC house. This is our PS3 Shark. Technically PS2. Any new items in the market? Well, Chad, I don't know when the people are gonna pop. It might pop to. I might just call it here. We covered all the major stuff. Happened. Expansion, and we did a roulette. So that is the opening of Crossroads. There'll be more content added to it throughout the months. I'll stream when something new or relevant comes up. Being the third stream of the day, probably the shortest. It's Ray Kanager signing out. And remember, somebody loves you.